It's look who's back again. It's look who it is. That's me, that's right. It's your boy, Webweaver Actual Filler. I'm dead a little bit on the inside. Oh, a notification for somebody playing Call of Duty Black Ops? Holy crap. What is this, fucking 2011? I don't remember when Black Ops came out, but I remember I was playing it around 2011, right? When did Black Ops come out? Call of Duty Black Ops release date. 2010, yeah. I was playing that shit through 2010 to like 2012. Black Ops 1 was a banger, by the way. The Nintendo DS version developed by N-Space. Huh? Anyways. I died midway through that comment, I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Ninnykins. Rest in peace. But yeah, no, it's, Black Ops 1 was a banger, alright? Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1. Absolute cooking in both of those games. And then, you know, if you were an Xbox Andy back then, you had Halo 3 and ODST. Oh. You love to see it. You love to see that shit. Those were the days of multiplayer shooters. Like, nowadays, what do you got? You got fucking Overwatch 2. Oh, God bless. You know, I joke about Overwatch 2, and I think Overwatch is a bad game. It started off really fun, but then they just, like... They just went full into the competitive thing, and now it's just kind of, like, lame as hell. But, you know, people were making fun of Overwatch 2 on the Steam forums and in the Steam, whatchamacallit, the reviews. But it's also, like, one of the most popular games on Steam right now. So it's like, you know, whatever. Anyways, what are we doing? It's Look Who Is Back. Yeah, we got to the end of, when is the Monopoly Go stream? Let's see. Hold on. Steam. Monopoly. I don't see Monopoly Go. Is that like a webpage thing? That's more likely to happen. There was a, Monopoly Go is a Google Play app. I don't have any way to record a phone. But there was a time where there was like an IO game that was like a royalty-free Monopoly. Fatalist! Oh, I can't wait for the Yashiro Festival to end so I can start playing the based Miku again. But we actually did do a Monopoly stream on Josephine's channel a while back. It was like Josephine, me, Nun, and Kiwi, I think. Friend of the show, the FTL Chad. Nani.jpg himself. And we did it. We did a Monopoly stream. And it was a fucking disaster. I recorded it. I probably still have the video file somewhere. But it was just a fucking disaster. Back in the Among Us days, like, that is not the kind of content that I wanted to make. The group that we had was just too wacky. But what if Fatalist was a wine glass? That would be more based. It was character-exclusive perks, and then items were normal. And then it was like, what was it, like Gazoo or something? I wasn't paying attention to that, admittedly. Was it Gazoo? No, I don't think it was Gazoo. I think it was like Ath-Yolazath or something. It doesn't matter. We picked Fatalist and everything else is the same, so that's the important part. But yeah, we've got, seconds, dexterity, light source, charisma. Dexterity and charisma is stinky. You kind of hate that. And then everything else is like, it's literally just dexterity and charisma as your stats. That's pretty bad. It was the telescope one? Yeah, I think it was Ath-Yolazath. That's, but we'll do Gazoo. That's okay. I think we've done Gazoo a lot recently, though, so that's probably why I gravitated towards it, because we've been seeing it a lot, and it's like, oh, yeah, yeah. If I forgot what it is, it has to be that guy. Also, just to make sure, I am... Okay, alright, there we go. But, oh boy. It's a Yashiro run. It's one of them of all time. That's a good start, at least. So, I've been having to rush around a lot this month, and I'm very scatterbrained, and it's been very hectic. And so yesterday I was just kind of grumpy, and I didn't want to record or do anything, so I just decided not to. So that's why you only got a pseudo regalia yesterday and nothing else. One of the things that I will say, and this isn't the reason why I've been grumpy, certainly hasn't helped, but it's completely fine, is that we had a member leave the free company static, which, if it was the main static that I'm in, if that was shit was the cardboard box, I would be fucking crying. You wouldn't get a World of Horror episode for a week, alright? Like, there is a decent portion of my mental health that is maintained by going into VC with 7 wacky people and dying to a bird femboy for 3 hours on end every night. And by every night, I mean twice a week. But regardless, like, it's been fun looking for a replacement. Oh, are we on Timeline B? I just accidentally clicked Timeline B. Okay, that actually helps a lot. We'll grab the Ishiro drip just to remind ourselves of that fact. Because when's the last time you've seen a Halloween costume? It's like 80 years ago. We've been on the random timeline grind set this whole time. I just tabbed into Steam and it's Smite X Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's cool. Can I go back to my library now? Thank you very much. And then we're just hitting this button 80 times until I see Moriko, and I saw Moriko immediately, so that's pretty cool. We're feeling pretty good about that. But, it doesn't matter. It actually does matter a lot. Now, this is a pretty good one to get first. I'm pretty happy about that. But, I've been having to recruit a new static member, and let me just tell you, it's been really fun so far. Because we got one guy who... So, I'm recruiting for 2 positions because I can't fill, right? Like, I'm confident that I can pick up any job and do decent enough to clear. And I haven't been proven wrong on that yet. Which is, you know, that we're on the narcissism arc, sorry. And I really have enjoyed playing Paladin as a main tank, but, you know, if we end up... Because I want to get a new member of the static as quickly as possible, so I, like, the amount, like, the fact that I can have it open for 2 positions and then just fill myself, that works out pretty well, even if I end up enjoying the new role less. Because I would have to say, out of the 2 roles that I played so far for filling for my static, Bard and Paladin is way more fun. Paladin is infinitely more enjoyable. I love Paladin. I actually want to level Paladin on main now, because Paladin's really good. Yeah, sure, fuck it. I mean, both of these are really good, but let's just take this one. We're Monkey Wrench gaming for the foreseeable future. But I opened up recruitment, and I've recruited in-game for about, like, 2.5 hours. Actually, no, like 3. Like 3. Because there was 1 hour where I didn't get anybody. And then I moved to Aether. So, the first thing I put it up in Crystal, we get a bite, and it's this guy who I made a big mistake on when I was looking at him. I don't use any third-party add-ons in the game. I went to the seaside. He's throwing! He's bad at the game! It's true. It's true. I admit it. I'm not beating the bad at the game allegations. But we had this guy, he applied. He was the first person who applied. And I wanted to go through a few people just because, like, I wanted to make sure that we had, like, not necessarily backups, but, like, I wanted to make sure that I had a frame of reference for what, like, people applying to a static looked like, so that I could pick the person that I liked the most out of that, which is a little bit selfish, but, like, it's normal. It's completely normal, and the idea is that you want to get somebody who's good for your static, and that's difficult, and there's a significant amount of luck involved with it, so I'm honestly just gonna be like, I'm gonna take all the measures that I need to try to find somebody who is good for the static, because that's very important. However, so the first guy applied, and I made a really big mistake, because I looked him up on the logging site, and I don't really care if you have good or bad logs, but the critical mistake that I made is that if somebody doesn't have any Savage logs, and I didn't know this is just a gap in my own knowledge, is that if somebody doesn't have any Savage logs, then what ends up happening is that it defaults to showing you, because there's 3 settings on FF logs. There's Savage, Normal, and Highest Difficulty, and Highest Difficulty is the default. And so what ended up happening was, I look them up on FF logs, and I see, and for some reason, when it's on normal mode or highest difficulty mode, it still shows phase 2 of the boss fight as, like, an additional part of the phase 1 thing, which is really dumb. But it's probably just, like, a website restriction on, like, how they use the website. But basically, I looked him up, and it defaults to highest difficulty, and and here's the thing, if you have a single Savage parse, then what will happen is, it will display that one Savage parse, and then everything else will be blank, because it doesn't, like, there's no, like, duality there. It's like, highest difficulty is not, okay, he cleared P9S, which is Savage, and then he did P10 normal, right? The distinction is, so, like, it's really weird, because, like, highest difficulty is a very weird category, and I almost wish they didn't have it. But I understand why they have it. So, I'm looking at this guy, and I click on his logs, and I just see 30, 30, 30, 30, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? He's basically already cleared the tier. What the hell is he doing here, you know? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, he's already cleared P12N. Like, what the fuck is he doing here? We're still on P9. Like, dear God. And then I'm asking him about his experience, and I'm not, like, calling him out or anything, because obviously I'm not gonna imply anything that I'm doing in-game that could be, like, illegal and bannable. But I'm just kind of trying to suss this guy out, and I'm like, I'm trying to, like, ask him why he's here. And he's like, oh yeah, I haven't gotten past P9S yet, Party Finder memes, you know how it is. And I'm like, oh yeah, true, true, true. And I think he's being a sly dog to me. I'm like, yeah, you looked at my logs, you know I'm cool. And I'm like, yeah, I looked at your logs, I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck you're here. And, like, I'm just so fucking confused. And then, like, an hour later, I'm, like, looking at his logs again, and then I use my eyeballs. Listen, I'm a Savage Raider, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I can't read, I don't know how to count to 8, and I don't know my left and my rights, okay? So you can forgive me on that. But, like, I'm just, like, I'm asking this guy, like, what the hell? Yeah, like, or I'm not asking him, but I'm just, like, thinking to myself, like, what the hell? And so I look at his logs again, because I'm like, really? The bro's already on P12S? Like, what the fuck is he doing with us? Is he doing this for fun? And, which there'd be no problem with that. But then I look at his logs again, and I see the difficulty is set to highest difficulty. And then I see that if I look down in big, bold center of the screen letters, in all caps, it says normal mode. And I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I'm so fucking stupid. And so I'm just, like, staring at it. I'm like, wow, I'm fucking stupid. And so I'm just like, all right, we're probably gonna recruit this guy. He was really nice. He seemed really enthusiastic about it. And he said he was at Enrage. We're at least gonna give him a tryout for sure. Because, like, yeah, that, like, he's at least getting a tryout for sure. But I still do want to interview other people. And so I did interview other people. I was at it for like 3 hours, and then I made a Reddit post about it. Order won't matter? The order mattering? Me when my actions have consequences? Huh? me dumbfounded, the buffoon. But, so, I go to Aether because, like, Coral Party Finder's fucking dead. Like, if you want to know how bad, not Coral, but, like, Crystal Party Finder is fucking dead, if you want to know how dire Raiding in Crystal is, which is a more casual roleplay-focused data center, for those of you who don't know, data center, collection of servers, which are called worlds. And each data center in America has an identity, okay? Aether is the sweaty tryhard data center. Crystal is the roleplay casual data center. Primal is the whatever the fuck Primal is data center. And Seraph, or not Seraph, sorry, is it Dynamis? Is it Materia? I don't remember what it is, but there's a new American one, and that's basically just for, like, the upper class, like, 1% rich people to go buy entire housing districts so that they can have unlimited submarines. That's what that's what I always call it Seraph, because that's the most popular world there. Like, everybody always goes to Seraph. I think it's called Dynamis. But, like, that's what Dynamis is it's just for rich people to buy houses. That's the only reason it exists. Those are the people who are there. Like, so you can data center travel. You used to not be able to. Back in the good old days, where everybody was locked up in our own little bubbles and we couldn't interact with each other and our communities were smaller and less active, and we had less, you know, there was, you know, it's a good thing that data center travel exists. But the consequence of data center travel is that everybody who's even remotely interested in Savage Raiding lives on fucking Aether, right? Because, like, nobody's gonna bother trying to party find in Crystal, and I have friends who live on Primal, and they're telling me Primal is dead as fuck. Primal held out a little bit longer than Crystal did, but back in the good old days, you know, I could get a party for P4S Phase 2, and we could clear, right? Like, I've been in farm parties for P4S Phase 2, fucking, stupid, sexy Dracula man who then turns into a Dark Eldar Helion or whatever. I've been in parties like that, and we've cleared Crystal only, but you can't do that anymore. It's a fucking fiction. Like, it doesn't exist. If you want to do Savage, you'd go to Aether, and that's a unfortunate reality of it, but it's relative. I should have opened the lockers. I'm so fucking stupid. Bro continues to be stupid. But so what ends up happening is you have to go to Aether, and so when I was on Crystal, because, like, obviously I'm recruiting for a Crystal static, so it would just be more convenient. We're taking the hit, that's fine, and I'm throwing an empty bottle at him because we only need one of them. Great, fantastic. Can we just do this? Sure, why not? I should have probably, we do a little web weaving, true, as a little treat. This is a forest mystery, so go ahead and do me like that, please, and thank you very much. But essentially, I had a high-end, there's a bunch of different categories for Party Finder, and one of them, let's get the katana, finally, after all these years. Okay, never mind. We are not doing that, by the way. We are not drinking the bottle of blood and instantly fucking dying for fun. I mean, we could do that, but I don't want to. Yeah, sure, we're in the forest, why not? I love taking, like, 1 strength and then having, like, below average strength. That's fantastic. And then all my bad stats stay the same. But so I had a high-end duty party recruiting for my static, and it was up for about 3 hours, right? No, sorry, it was up for 2 hours. It was up for 2 hours. And so, in that time period, for the first hour... Is this our second enemy? I think it is. Yeah, no, this is definitely our second enemy. We didn't fight anybody on the first. So, Dream Salesman Moment. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. We can do 97, and we have to do that 4 times. That's totally doable. We can just we can just guarantee? Hell yeah, a 97 twice? At this price, satisfactory. Alright. We did lose a net 1 faith, because Yashiro is a bad character who is garbage, and he's shitty. But I had that up for 2 hours on Crystal. And when you put up a party finder, that's everyone on Crystal, okay? So that is FFXIV server status. So I had a Crystal party finder up, which means that 8 servers worth of people. And keep in mind that each of these servers has like 200 to 300k players on them, okay? In fact, my server, Coral, apparently has like closer to 500k people. So each of these servers has like 300k plus people on them. Okay? So that's a, so let's say it's, let's go low, okay? Let's say that each server has a population of 200,000, okay? That's still that's still slightly over 1.5 million people, okay? Now, admittedly, you can probably cut that number down because a fair few of those characters are alts. So I would actually probably say closer to, probably under 1.5 million players. Because alts are pretty handy. Even in very esoteric ways that you don't need to think about or know. So, you have, so you have, like, a player base of, like, that many people who could see your who can use Party Finder. Everybody can use Party Finder. And so you have, like, a little under I would probably say, like, 1.4 million people. Just for, like, a rough average estimate, whatever, okay? If those weird websites are to be believed that tell me that Coral has, like, 500k people on it. Which I don't even know if I believe. But let's say that it's true, right? Let's say that it's true. Then I don't have any money, so this can't hurt me. There's no debt in this game, thankfully. That would make it a truly horrifying game. But so any of those people can use Party Finder. Any of those people can see Party Finder. And so I had and so for the high-end duty category, in a group server population of like probably like 1.4 million people, I had the only high-end duty party for an hour. So in a game with that many people in it, with a server, with a region, with that many people in it, I had the only high-end duty party for an hour. And of course, my high-end duty party wasn't real, because it was a fucking recruitment ad for my static. So, like, if you want to raid and you live on Crystal, you're going to Aether. You're 100% going to Aether. You're never not going to Aether. Because there's... Oh... Okay. We can just get rid of Kana if we get on your own. But there is no fucking, like, universe where anyone can raid on Coral in part. Not Coral specifically. If you wanted to raid on a specific world, you would be screwed. But there's not, like, a specific, like... You couldn't raid on Crystal Party Finder and prog if you wanted to. You can't do that anymore. Crystal Party Finder has all, for hardcore content, for Savage content, Ultimate content, everybody's moved to Aether. And because it's free to DC travel and you only have minor inconveniences when you're DC traveled, and it also doesn't take very long to DC travel either, you're basically just, you can come and go as you please, which is good! Don't think I'm a hater about that. But what I will say is that it means that you can't party find on your own chosen server or your own chosen data center under any circumstance. So, like, that's just, like, the small problem with it. And so after being in Crystal Party Finder for 2 hours and only getting one person interested, I decided to pack up shop and I went to Aether, okay? I went to Aether. And, oh, look at this graph. So I packed up shop and I headed to Aether. Because it doesn't matter. Okay, Kana's gonna fucking die. That's true and real. We will indeed kill Kana. I will have no remorse. But we will still do the bonus quest because I want EXP and we're right here. But yeah, no, so I packed up shop and I headed to Aether, and I had an Aether party finder recruiting for the static up for an hour. Actually, for like an hour and a half. And I got, one bite, like, immediately. Somebody joined the party finder immediately, and they were not a good fit for the static, because they said that they wanted... They said two contradictory statements that made me 100% certain that I cannot have them in the static. They said, I don't care how long it will take to clear, I just want a consistent group to play with. And then they said, I want to clear every fight after 2 weeks of prog. And I'm like, you are insane. This is advertised as a static for new Savage Raiders. You are absolutely insane. Your ass is not getting anywhere near this static. Like, under no circumstance. Like, that shit's crazy, man. You can't say something like that. Like, that actually is just straight up crazy. 90-90? Ooh, 90-90? Oh, if only. 90-90's fine. But, like, for context, we're, like, 5 out of the 7 people that we have are basically, this is their first Savage tier, right? Oh, this was habit, funny moment, muscle memory. Alright. We lose the reason and we lose the Kana. Absolutely based. I'm just BMing the game. I'm just BMing the game. I'm too good at the game. I'm the best World of Horror player of all time. And so obviously this is just what's, oh, we can't get rid of Kana. Funny moment, that's true. We have to wait until we get into combat. That's the only way to get rid of her. But yeah, no, that guy was not a good fit. Let's just say that. Because, like, you can't say that. Like, you can't go into a static that puts 6 hours a week into a Savage fight and is consistently, and is majority players who are new, right? And then you go in there, and then you say, oh, I don't care how long it takes us to clear, but actually, if we don't clear within 2 weeks, I'm gonna be mad. And it's like, alright, yeah. You're on the list for filling if we need a magic fill, but you're not a long-term Andy. And so I think I'm probably just gonna go with the random tank guy who popped in, and he claims to be on P9S in Rage Prog. I obviously have no idea. And the thing that sucks is that, like, I'm not gonna... Hold on, I gotta sneeze. We're good. I muted myself in time. So we're probably just gonna go with the tank guy. I'm gonna give him a trial run on Wednesday, most likely. If no, like, random-ass red flags come up randomly. I'm gonna give him a trial run on Wednesday, and if the static likes him, he can stay. But I'm gonna keep interviewing more people, because it's gonna be good anecdotal content, and also, I think it's a good idea to interview more people. Which might sound a little bit weird, but I actually do think that's the correct way to go. We really did fight no motherfuckers. Except this one. Alright. Yeet. Wait, are you saying that, like, we're having a walk in the park Akamanto fight as Yashiro without attack speed? Huh? Like, wait, what? Like, seriously? For real, homeboy? Yeah, no, that's crazy. We took 2 damage. If I can pull this trick off. And by that, I mean I could just do this. Yeah, that's a 95-95. I'm still gonna try to use the handcuff. Oh wait, no, he took bonus. That's right. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on, do we want to get rid of Kana? Yes, the answer to that is yes. I should have also just done this if he was still at 13. That's crazy, look at that. We had an easy Akamanto fight as Yashiro with just the monkey wrench and not really anything else. Like, even if Akamanto was doing 3 damage instead of 2, we would still have blocked it. So it doesn't really matter. That's kind of nuts. We just had like a nice and comfortable Akamanto fight. And we gained a net 1 faith? God. That's how good the brick used to be. Like, bottle of sludge pug. Bottle of sludge pug, indeed. Yeah, just do that. That's fine. My dog is climbing up my shoulder, by the way. She may be a small dog, but, like, she's too heavy to do that. Is that an insult? No, you're actually a really light dog. It's just you're putting all of your weight onto my shoulder blade that is holding the mouse, and you're trying to actively kill me. Can you please go back on your seat? Please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. When you get back, she's gone. Homie is gone, but she's gonna show up. I'm sorry, is this botany? Did I just see the fucking mushroom thing? I think I did. Yeah, we're on fucking Botany Gaming. Holy crap. Botany Moment? I don't care about. We're not going to the school twice. I refuse. But I will go to the monument. And you know what? If it's stamina or money, I'll give it to you, my friend. It's yours? What is this? I feel like I've stepped into the fucking Twilight Zone. Like, are we okay? Is the game okay? Everything is kind of okay? It's fine? Our stats are good? Did I click a wrong button? Are we on a different difficulty? Is the blood splatter a glitch? Did a fucking solar flare from the sun redirect some solar radiation right to my computer, which moved a bit in the game, which flipped Yashiro's position? So now he's a good character? Like, what the fuck is happening? This is just comfy. This is just nice. Like, we can still lose the game, obviously. A bunch of stamina damage would do it to you. Something like this would also do it to you. That's fucking terrifying. That's real bad. That's you run away. That's we went to the monument twice just to do that. And then it's like Dream Salesman, second enemy? Like, what, huh? What's going on? We're level 5? Yeah, I'll take a point of dexterity for the lighthouse moment. Now, we do need to get out of here. If there's anything that could... Alright, never mind. We win easily. Okay. I was gonna say, if there's anything that could get us killed, it's being locked in a forest tile mystery, and that is what we were, and now we're free, and I'm surprised. It's like World of Horror was like, oh man, he didn't play yesterday? He must be pissed with me. When he comes back, we need to give him like the easiest Yashiro run in existence, dog. Don't take my phone off the table by running yourself into my headphone cable and then jumping off the chair, please. My phone is not strong enough. Damn, we got Time Skip and Blood Moon, and I'm, like, just chilling still. Like, that's crazy! We've even got a fucking Crestfallen Mask that we don't need. I feel like we're playing the easiest difficulty, and, like, we just skipped a mystery. Like, what the hell is going on? Absolutely crazy. Like, if I fuck up these memory checks, which I might, we're still gonna be fine? That's crazy. Yeah, now, we are gonna take -6 sanity damage, but, it was footage. And then it was Dream Salesman? Aw. Y'all got me fucking confused. It's him. He's him. We can just take it. We just take the damage. I'm not even worried about that. We didn't even miss either. Look at that. Didn't even have to throw our weapon. 91% doom. We're just big chillin'. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. What a nice Yashiro run. I didn't even break a sweat. Game was like, alright, bro, the blood's having a 1, 2, 3, Pog, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What do the numbers mean, Mason? See, that's a callback to when we referenced Black Ops 1 at the start of the stream. Chekhov's Black Ops 1. That's a good game. But, I don't know. I've actually, you know, I meant to say it earlier, but I got distracted, when Ninnikins? That's how you pronounce it, right? Was talking about, Monopoly Go. I was thinking a Mario Party stream could go hard. And I have a few people who are interested in that. Like, just an absurdly long Mario Party game that goes on for like 7 hours as a stream would go unbelievably hard. I think that would go it would only work once, but I think it would go unbelievably hard. Like, just like a 50-turn Mario Party game. Oh my god. Can you imagine? That would be so bad. We would all be so miserable. Holy shit, that would be bad. But it makes me want to do it. Like, it makes me want to do it so badly. Like, just a fucking brutal 50-turn Mario Party game. Oh, that'd be great. Mario Party is such a bullshit game. I hate it, but I also love it. But yeah, no, we should do a board game night. We should do a board game night. That'd be fun. And Mario Party should be one of them. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name has been Webweaver. I will see you all on the next episode of It's Look Who It Is, It's World of Horror. Stay safe out there, have a good one, goodbye.